Hi everyone, Cheryl here from Love and Light Yoga, and thank you for clicking on this video, which is your yoga for better digestion. So if we have been experiencing any digestive issues, whether that is a little bit of bloating or cramps or constipation, hopefully this video will help to get everything moving and working correctly again. So you won't need anything for this, just yourself and your mat, and whenever you are ready, let's begin. Okay, so let's begin by bringing ourselves into the center of our mats, and we can meet in a nice comfortable seated position. So I am in cross-legged. You don't have to be, you can be in whatever position feels right for you. But go ahead and just let the hands rest wherever they naturally want to fall. Sit up nice and tall and close the eyes. And just take a few deep breaths here. Think about inhaling through the nose all the way down into the belly, and full releasing exhales. Just giving everything a moment here to settle down, to find just a moment of stillness before we begin our practice today. And maybe use this opportunity to take a little bit of a scan through the body. Notice how you're feeling at this moment. If we have landed on this video, chances are that we might be having a little bit of pain, maybe a little bit of bloating in through the tummy, in through the torso. So just noticing that, noticing where we are at this moment. And then whenever you're ready, gently opening back up through the eyes. And as we inhale, we're going to reach the hands all the way up to the sky. Find a nice big stretch through the arms, through the waist. And then exhale, our hands come down through center. Take one more just like that, a nice big inhale to reach the hands all the way up. Maybe look up in between the fingertips here. And exhale, hands come down through center. Nice. We'll take one more inhale to reach the hands all the way up, and then as we exhale, we're going to drop the left hand to the floor, and we're going to think about reaching up and over with the right hand. Taking a few deep breaths here, just beginning to gently open up through the side of the waist, through the front of the belly. Just giving yourself a little bit of space here in the body. So we don't need to go super deep into this side stretch. We can if we feel like it, but we can keep it quite high today. Keep the fingertips reaching away, keep the arm long. Just breathing here, sending the breath all the way down to the belly. Let's take one more big inhale. And then as we exhale, let's come all the way back up into center. We're going to drop the right hand out behind the hip. Left hand comes onto the right knee, and we find a twist. So inhale, we sit tall through the spine. Exhale, we're going to twist towards the right hand side. Holding here for a few deep breaths. This twist acting almost as if we were wringing out the torso, so getting everything moving in through the belly, in through our digestive system. With every inhale, we might start to sit a little bit taller through the spine, and with every exhale, we might twist ourselves around just a little bit further. Keep breathing here, keep sending the breath all the way down into the belly. Let's take one more full round of breath here, a nice big inhale and an exhale. And then after your exhale, we can slowly release. Bring both hands all the way back up towards the sky. Take a nice big inhale to reach up. And then as we exhale, we're going to drop the right hand, reach up and over with the left. So we're finding that side stretch on the other side. And again, reminding ourselves that we don't have to go too low into this. We're not trying to do anything too crazy. Just create lots of space in through the side of the body here, into the torso. So just keeping those left fingertips reaching away, keeping the spine long. Nice, take one more full inhale and exhale. And then slowly come all the way back up through center with both hands. Drop the left hand behind the hip, right hand onto the left knee, and we twist to the other side. So inhale, we sit tall, exhale, we twist. And we're twisting from the belly button here, almost as though we were trying to turn our chest towards the left hand side of the room. The sit bones stay grounded, the spine stays long. Again, every inhale we might reach the crown of the head a little bit higher. Every exhale we might twist just a little bit more. Nice, take one more full round of breath here. And then as we exhale, come back into center, bring the hands onto the knees, and we're just going to take a few big circles through the upper body here. So start to straighten out the arms, start to tuck the chin, pull the belly button back towards the spine, and then we're going to take it across to one side. As we inhale, we're going to sweep forward with the chest. As we exhale, we're going to round the shoulder blades. So every inhale, forward with the chest. Exhale, coming all the way back. So bringing some movement into the upper body. And breathing deeply here, keeping this movement linked up with our breath. Inhale forward, exhale around. And then at some point switching directions, doing the same thing, just taking a few the other way. And also bringing a little bit of mobility into our shoulders here, into our hips, our neck. Go ahead and take one more full circle around with the body and meet me back in center in your seated position. Nice. From here, whatever position you're in, we're going to roll forwards and we're going to meet on our hands and our knees coming into our tabletop. So when we come into our tabletop, we want to have the wrists underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. If we are having a little bit of issues with the tummy, or if the tummy is a little bit sore, it might feel better to bring the toes together and take the knees a little bit wider apart. So if that feels better, you can. But we're going to flow through some cat-cows here. So as we inhale, we're going to lift the tailbone, drop the belly, look forward. As we exhale, tuck the chin into the chest, belly button towards the spine. Inhale, roll forward, drop the belly, tailbone up. Exhale, chin to chest, tailbone points down. Nice. Inhale to come forwards. Exhale, under, round the upper back. Just continue on here, flowing in time with your own breath. Inhaling to come forward. Exhale to tuck everything up and under. Just moving here, moving with the spine. And then we might turn this into a little bit of a bigger movement. So as we exhale, we might start to send the bum all the way back towards the heels, circle it around and come forward with the chest. So every exhale, we're going to round the back and sit back. Every inhale, we're going to arch the back, come forwards. So exhaling back, inhaling forwards. Just flowing here in time with your own breath. And don't get caught up on how this movement looks. This is definitely one of those movements that it matters more how it feels. So we're just trying to bring maximum movement into the body here to get everything moving and everything flowing, all of our internal organs working. Maybe switching around with those circles, taking a few the other way. Take one more big circle with the body and then meet me back in your tabletop with your nice neutral spine. From here, we're going to take a child's pose. So you can either bring the knees together or you can have the knees apart. For the purposes of this, I'm going to have the knees together. I'm going to start to sit the bum back towards the heels, walk the arms forward and rest the forehead down towards the mat. So with the knees together, we're just applying a little bit of pressure here onto the tummy. But if this feels super uncomfortable for anyone, just go ahead and open up the knees, let the toes stay together. And take a few deep breaths, whichever position that you're in. Opening up the back, opening up the shoulders here. Take one more full inhale and exhale. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to release out of our child's pose. We're going to come back up into our tabletop. And then we're going to make our way down into our Sphinx pose here. So we're going to drop the elbows to the floor. We're going to keep the palms of the hands on the floor. Slide the legs back and bring the tummy towards your mat. So what we want to have here is the forearms pressing into the mat. We want to have the elbows underneath the shoulders. We want to have the shoulders rolling back, maybe looking forward slightly. And just take a few deep breaths here. Sending the breath all the way down into the belly. Full inhales, releasing exhales. Take one more full breath here. And then as we exhale, go ahead and melt the chest down towards your mat. We're going to stack the hands one on top of the other. Bring our forehead on top of the hands. And we're going to lift the legs up. So we're bending at the knees here. We're lifting the legs up. And we're just going to let the knees and the legs almost windshield wiper from side to side. Feeling a little bit of a massage for the tummy. Taking a few more here. And then whenever you are ready, bringing the legs back to center, dropping them back to the floor. We're going to bring the hands in underneath the shoulders. We're going to press ourselves up once again into our tabletop. So coming back onto the hands and the knees. And we're going to bring ourselves up into a downward facing dog. So the first one of this practice, we're going to spread the fingertips nice and wide. We're going to tuck the toes under, start to send the bum back, and then lift the hips high, send them all the way back. And it doesn't matter what your downward dog looks like. It doesn't matter if you want to have the knees completely straight, whether you want to keep a nice deep bend through the knees. Let's just find a little bit of movement here. Maybe pedaling out the feet. Pressing one heel towards the mat and then the other. So we're also opening up the backs of the legs here. Building a little bit of strength through the arms. And then if we are pedaling the feet, maybe we start to find a little bit of a twist into this. So as we bend the knee, start to send it towards the opposite side of the mat. We're not here for too long. Just taking a few more like this. And then eventually coming back into your downward facing dog. Taking one full inhale. Releasing exhale. And then take a deep bend through the knees. Take your gaze up towards your fingertips, and then you can jump or step all the way up in between the hands. Meet me in your forward fold. So the upper body dangling down over the legs. Knees can be straight, they can be bent, it doesn't matter. Take hold of opposite elbows here and find a little sway side to side. Breathing deeply here. Let your head feel really heavy here, so there's no tension in the neck. There's no tension in the upper back or the shoulders. Take one more breath. And then let yourself come back to center. Let go of the elbows. Take a nice deep bend through the knees. And slowly we are going to bring ourselves all the way down onto our mats, as gracefully or ungracefully as we wish. And then we're going to hug the knees in towards the belly, and we're just going to let ourselves come all the way back onto our mats, meeting lying down. And we're hugging the knees in here. We can maybe take the arms around the tops of the knees, maybe in behind the knees. And we're just going to find a little rock here, side to side. Just rocking it out here. Feeling a little bit of a massage for the lower back. Maybe closing the eyes here if you want to. And then come back into center. From here, we're going to release the legs up. We're going to keep a bend in the knees, and it's almost like we were in a lying down tabletop position here. So we want to have the knees underneath the hips, and we're going to cross the right knee on top of the left knee. So the legs are crisscrossed over. If this is enough, if this is where you want to stay, this is where you can stay. If you want to go a little bit further, we're going to reach the hands towards the opposite foot. We're going to take a hold and just think about hugging your knees here in towards the belly. Take a few deep breaths here. We're also feeling a nice big deep stretch through the hip, through the glute muscles. But hug the knees in as close to the body as we can, applying gentle pressure onto the tummy. Taking one more breath here, and then releasing the feet, coming back to center into that tabletop position. And then take it the other way, left knee on top of the right. Maybe reaching for the feet, maybe hugging the knees in. Again, just taking a few deep breaths here. Take one more full breath. And then release the feet. Come back into your tabletop position. We're going to glue the legs together if we can. So have the knees together. We're going to take the arms out to about shoulder height. And we're just going to find a little bit of a side to side with the knees. We don't need to come over too far. Just finding a little tick-tock with the legs here, side to side. And then on your next exhale, letting the knees drop towards whatever side they are coming towards. It doesn't matter. Just letting them come all the way down towards the floor. Taking a few deep breaths here, feeling that twist in through the middle of the body. Maybe sending your gaze out over the opposite hand, which will slightly increase this twist. And we breathe here. And we try to let go, we try to relax into this as much as we can. Take one more full inhale and exhale. And then as we next inhale, we can bring the knees all the way back up through center. Exhale, let them fall towards the opposite side. So feeling that twist on the other side, maybe sending your gaze out towards the opposite hand. And maybe closing the eyes and taking a few deep breaths here. Again, feeling that twist happening from the center of the body. Switching on your digestive system. Getting all of those organs moving. Wakening them up with this twist. Letting go here for our last few breaths. Let's take one more big inhale, a full exhale, and then as we inhale, bringing the knees back up over the hips. Exhale, hug the knees in towards the chest one last time, finding that little rock from side to side. And then coming back to center. And if you wish to find a few moments in stillness or maybe take a shavasana, you can release the legs out long, you can take the arms down by the sides, maybe pause this video here and take a few moments in stillness. Or if you wish to go about the rest of your day, we might begin to maybe bring ourselves onto one side and then slowly up into a comfortable seated position on your mat. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you will feel a little bit of relief after this practice. Please let me know how you get on in the comments down below. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you would like to see more like this, please subscribe, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day or night. Namaste.